What happens to my MacBook after 6 years of intense everyday use? And will I be finally replacing it with a new model? Laptop for me is the main instrument for my day-to-day work, which is making videos, video editing in particular, and the editing software consume a lot of a laptop performance. So I always dreamed of a powerful and lightweight machine. And 6 years ago I scrapped all of my broke student savings and bought myself fully specced out MacBook Pro from 2017. At that time it was a huge upgrade for my workflow, but it didn't work as smoothly for the next years. Jumping right into it, I broke my MacBook 2 times. So I'll be showing you my wife's MacBook Pro from 2017, which we bought at the same time, and we both had the exact same experience with it. So first time I broke my MacBook when the battery died. Literally on the cloudy day when I was sipping my cappuccino and editing with lo-fi music on the background. The MacBook just turned off and showed no signs of life. I went to service center, replaced the battery of course, and resurrected the MacBook, because I have work to do, you responsible piece of metal. So the advice here is try to take care of your battery from time to time and replace it after a couple of years. The second time I broke my MacBook when the display turned off. At first it was working only at the specific angle, so every day I was opening laptop trying to find the perfect balance. And then a couple of weeks later it just turned off. The replacement cost a lot, similar to buying a new laptop. The wait times for repair were also huge, so I decided to leave it as that. For several weeks when I was waiting for the delivery of my new MacBook, I edited videos using my 8-inch iPad mini with the screen sharing. But it was sure a nightmare, so after a couple of weeks I got myself a new M1 MacBook Pro and made my parents a screenless setup with my old 2017 MacBook. Well, I didn't exactly dismantle the display, but you can say that they are using the MacBook as Mac Mini. And for their purposes, which is web surfing, the MacBook Pro 2017 is far more than enough. Why the display broke, you may ask? Well, after 6 years of active using, closing and opening the MacBook, somehow I got this dent on top. And I think the connectors in this spot just frayed. My wife's MacBook is also beginning to show signs of the same problems. Right now she has these dead pixel strings on the display. Speaking of cosmetic condition of the MacBook, display especially, through time the top layer got uncleanable keyboard imprint, and also some other not cleanable spots. It is definitely more of my fault because I didn't use the perfect cloths and a liquid to clean the display. The last cosmetic thing on display that has completely worn off is this protection rubber framing. Now to the main body, and here's my love and hate relationship with this 2017 version of MacBook. The touch bar was fun for a month, and for the rest 5 years and 11 months I hated it. Mostly because it lags all the time, and nothing compares to manually changing your volume with the press of a keyboard keys. Second thing, ports. 6 years ago USB-C was just starting its journey, and I needed USB-A ports all the time. All the hard drives, accessories, chargers, so I always gathered with me USB-A to USB-C dongle. Well, I still have it on me and I am using it with different tech. Right now my Razer mouse connector sits here. The second thing that I needed all the time is the SDHC adapter, or the memory cards adapter. Having 4 USB ports felt like I have 0 useful ports. By the way, through the time they also wear out and they don't hold the cables as tightly as when it was freshly out of the box. But this is a minor issue. The touchpad is great, nothing to say here. If someone said to me 6 years ago that I will be editing videos with the touchpad, I would laugh at them, but now it is a powerful tool of my workflow. After 6 years I have also wiped off the case under my palms, and it has these stains right now. All in all, the MacBook looks like a grandpa. Had a great life, but now looks old, lost his vision, and it's time for him to retire. Oh, almost forgot about this great invention, the butterfly keyboard, the most hated MacBook keyboard. After a couple of years of using, I got a lot of sticky keys. At some point, I was literally typing VO-T. I needed to push with all my strength so T will appear on screen. And I tried once to clean the keyboard and detach the keys, and broke the first key right away. Glad that it was a one-time Black Friday offer from Apple. Right now I can't enjoy enough the keyboard of my new M1 MacBook. I don't like to talk a lot about specs and hardware, but I want to quickly say that Apple announces new MacBook models every year, and in a couple of years your current model will be brutally replaced with new M4 GigaChat processor. So as my MacBook became obsolete in terms of specifications in just 3 years, I had quad-core i7 Intel processor, and comparing it now to M2 processors is a complete joke. But to all the other specs, they stayed pretty much the same. I bought my new M1 MacBook Pro with same 1TB SSD size and same 16 gigs of unified memory. But again, the Apple Silicon makes a huge difference in performance. The video editing now is flawless. I can easily handle 4K footage and some complicated graphics. In other words, I bought myself a peace of mind. But my old MacBook Pro also did good. The last project on it was a 4K music video that gained 60 million views on YouTube. But I was for sure depressed while watching my 2017 MacBook Pro desperately trying to render the video for 15 hours straight. And after that, I was fighting a black frame and re-rendering again. All in all, I think MacBooks has no expiry date. If you're using it to its full potential, of course, upgrading it once every 3 years is a great improvement for your work. But if you don't use performance-based software, it will last you for years. And in this case, if you want to buy used MacBook, it is also a great idea. For now, I'm saying farewell to my 2017 MacBook Pro. He will be forever remembered, and to honor him, please watch his last desk setup video. Peace!